Good morning, guys. This is Jorge with Greystock Investment Group, where you invest and we do the rest. Today, we're going to talk about this topic of owning rental properties. I hate buying rentals. That's what I heard from one of the agents today. Actually, one of the agents that works very close with me. And I was shocked that he said that. He actually sold all of his rentals and he's only doing flips, and I'm doing the other way around. I currently have 13 properties and looking to buy more. So I was like, man, this could be a really good video. I'm sure a lot of people are feeling the pain. And one of the main reasons why he said to me I hate rentals is because he was having a hard time managing those properties. So one of the things that I could tell you guys, if you're buying rentals, if you want to build a portfolio of 20, 30, 40, 50 properties, it's very doable. It's one of those things that anybody can do. I know a ton of investors that have gone from owning one property with minimum cash, $5,000, $10,000, that started 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, and now have 10 to 15 homes. I know investors that started with nothing and have 50 properties. They have now retired. They don't have to worry about income. They don't have to worry about nothing. So why are so many people hating buying rental properties? Why is it? Why it could be so difficult sometimes? And after doing 20 years of this, buying, selling, managing, obtaining properties, flipping properties, I came to the conclusion that in order for you to be a good investor, you need to be an investor. You need to focus on being an investor. You need to focus on finding the best deals, the best properties, and leave the management to professionals. Yes, that is the main reason that I feel that why my agent said to me, I hate rentals, is because he was doing both. He was being the investor, going out there, finding the best deals possible, and at the same time, he was managing the properties. This is a big mistake, guys, because this is a really quick way of you getting burned immediately. Why? Because management is tough. Dealing with a call on a Saturday, you're in a family reunion, and all of a sudden you have to deal with a repair, leak, whatever the case may be. So yes, you're definitely going to hate rentals if you tackle it that way. It's totally okay that at the beginning, let's say you have one property or two, you decide to rent the properties on your own and you decide to manage them on your own. Even though I strongly advise that when possible, you always start with having a property management company. One of the main reasons is, of course, because they've been doing it longer than you. Number one, they know the law better than you. But number three, and to me it's one of the most important things that people don't think of, is perception, right? Perception to the tenant. Why perception to the tenant is so important is because if the tenant feels that the property is being managed professionally, he's going to take care of your house professionally as a tenant. He's going to be a professional tenant. So bottom line, if you're managing your property on your own and you're winging it, no reason why your tenant wouldn't wing it either. So to me, that's one of the most important reasons why investors start with a lot of energy, start buying a lot of properties, and often fall from what their goal is in building the portfolio of properties they need to do because they're trying to do too many things at the same time. It's totally okay to understand how to manage the property, but leave a professional do it, okay? Otherwise, you're gonna get burned quick. And why is it important? Why I advise, even from the beginning, even if you don't have a lot of money, even if you're counting pennies, why do I advise for you to get with a property management company from the get-go is because they're going to be your partners through the whole process. So if you find the right company that's going to assist you at the beginning, there's no issues with you going to the company and saying, this is my goal. I want to buy one property a year for the next 10 years, and I want to eventually have 10 properties. Can you help me? So as the title company, I meant to say property management company. So as the property management company knows that you're there, that you're going to bring more deals to them, they'll help you underwrite it. They'll help you underwrite the deals. They'll help you find the rehab team. They'll help you through the whole process. So rather than shine away from managing because you've been told save every penny that you can, do it from the get-go. Get partners from the beginning as you're starting. Get your property professionally managed. Let your tenants know from the beginning that but actually the tenants shouldn't know you at all. This is the best way to know whether you're doing things the right way. If your tenants know you, they can find you, they know who you are. You're not doing things the right way. You're adding extra liability to yourself. And unfortunately, obviously, we all feel bad in certain situations when we're dealing with tenants. Empathy, right? But you're running a business. That's why you want to have a third party, unbiased, that's going to do right for the tenant, but it's going to do right for the landlord. So anytime that we need to be tough because the tenant hasn't paid, whatever the case might be, it's business as usual. Mr. Tenant, you need to pay, you need to leave, whatever the case may be. So my advice today is, if you're planning to buy properties and you've had a bad experience in the past with a tenant, don't hold back. Keep pushing, because you get to the point where you have a ton of properties. You're not going to worry about the PM fees. Somebody else is going to be managing those properties for you. The next step over is you do self-insure, because now you have 20 properties. You do the math, that's $20,000 a year. You haven't done a claim in 10 years. That's $200,000 in 10 years. That's the next step when you do self-insure. And once you get to that goal of 30, 40, 50 houses, whatever the case may be, just sit back, enjoy the cash rewards, the cash flow that you get. Very important that at the beginning stage, that as you buy rental properties, you don't depend on that income. That's another problem. When you have people that say, oh, I hate rentals because I'm not getting the cash flow that I need. Be realistic, guys. At the beginning, especially if you have a limited amount of funds, you want to put everything back into your investments. There's going to be minimal cash flow, but time will take care of things. Time will give you equity. Time will increase your rents. Therefore, you start seeing with time more cash flow. But don't be fooled that this is one of the best ways of renting properties. Is one of the best ways, of building wealth through real estate, 100%. There's no other better way to do it, but you have to do it professionally. You have to have the right team, okay? But the benefits are huge. Like I mentioned to you, equity. You could be your own bank. Every couple of years, every 4 or 5 years, if I have a ton of equity, I could find a low income, a low interest rate loan that I could cash out, I cash out. So every couple of years, I look at a property that's performing the most, and I cash out, pull out $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, and let the tenant pay off that debt again, or fill up my bank account in a way. And when you pull the money out, you don't pay any taxes. 1099, there's not a 1099 generated. So it allows you to do this every couple of years. So these are the reasons why I do not hate it. Is because, number one, you build equity. Number two, you could be your own bank and pull out money whenever you need it. You could create a substantial cash flow long term. You could leverage from the first property down to the last. You can pull equity from the first one to buy the second one, from the second one to buy the third. And because once you build up the portfolio as you need it, it runs on its own. It's like its own business. You have a manager that's gonna do everything for you, and you leave the business running. So what business can you do that you could say within 5 to 10 years you could have 10, 20 properties? You could start with as low as 10, 15,000, very low, and you can leave the business running. And all you have to do is put a property management company in place, and then you have a full-blown business providing you the cash flow that you need. So I don't hate it. For those people, most people that say to me I hate it, is because they've taken upon themselves to do everything, do the management, buy the properties, and of course, you'll get burned very quick within a week or two, within a month or two. You get a couple of calls on a Saturday, you're enjoying your family reunion, doing whatever, and all of a sudden you have to stop everything you're doing to do this. You're gonna have late payments. But there's companies that for a penny of your monthly rent, for a very small fraction of your monthly rent, will do all of this for you. Just to give you an example, let's say you collect $1,000 a month. Property management fee is $100. $100 goes very fast, right? If you have to attend to one of your properties on a weekend, one day, you already pretty much consume that budget. But for $100, you have the peace of mind. You don't have to worry about it. They know the rules. Your tenant is gonna feel like I have to do things the right way because these people are serious. This is it's professionally managed. They're gonna go after me if I don't pay on time. They're gonna put me in collections. They're gonna feel more obligated to know that they won't be able to rent anywhere else if we put something bad on their credit or on their eviction history. So once again, renting properties, building a portfolio of properties is the best way of building wealth. But unless you do it professionally, you're gonna be like my friend, one of my agents, that said to me, I hate it. He's in the business, he's licensed, and he sold all his properties. So just wanted to give you this. I was very passionate about this today. I was like, wow, it shocked me. And I wanted to put it in perspective and what I feel. Once again, this is Jorge with Greystone Investment Group, where you invest and we do the rest. Been doing it for 20 years. Private lender, property manager. We manage about 200 properties. Buy and sell hundreds of market deals a month. A year. I wish a month. So I'm here for you if you ever need any help. My number is 813-679-6177, 813-679-6177. You could also email me at jorge@greystoneig.com. I'm here to help. If you have the dream, I'll make it happen. Thank you guys for your time. Appreciate it.